don't need to go to the Nope. We work on that thing from yesterday. Nice. You read and work on that thing and that's it. You read what? Work on the thing. That thing from yesterday. Yeah, girl. It's supposed to start raining between 11 and 12, and it is currently 9. How bad? Well, it's definitely going to rain between 1 and 66, but the wind as well is 33%. Yeah, because my windows are down like this much. Because if you
How's it look for 4 o'clock?
What?
How's it look for 4 o'clock?
For 4 o'clock.
Yes.
I don't know why Kate hasn't been doing still raining, but it's a 45% chance. Okay, it's supposed it goes from 3 to 72%, and then at 4 it's 45, and then at 5 it's 58%.
Okay.
So it's probably gonna be raining.
All right.
You got plans this moment?
Yeah.
You have a date?
No, I don't.
Why is it moving?
Might be going golfing. Here you go. Describe what a hypothesis is. Describe in your own words the hypothesis of Emily Rose's and Clever Hans experiment. There you go. Hypothesis. Today we're going to talk about independent variable, operational definition, and dependent variable. And I'll get you working on your assignment. Oh, hopefully it's not for homework. Hopefully you get it done here in class.
Mine was put the years.
Alex, what's up, man? You watched that football game last night? No. Forney, what about you? You didn't. What were you doing? Playing Avengers? I like it, but I still like the Batman games better. Batman games? No. Not even close. Not even close. I do like a mission a day. That's it. There's so many side missions. What the heck was that? Can you see the screen? There we go. Should be good now. All right, current events for Friday. We have Lily and Rebecca. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Actually, can you do them for Thursday? Because I might not be here Friday. Party! Yeah. Yeah, can you do it for Thursday? Will that work? Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. All right, so what is it? What is a hypothesis? What is it, Maria?
Statement predicting the outcome of the scientific study or describing the unknown variables.
All right, yeah, good job. So in simpler terms, it's an educated guess, right? Yeah, good job. So it's an educated guess. All right, we're trying to solve and figure out. Okay, ask a question in order to try to, well, a statement in order to try to predict what the experiment will conclude with, right? What results we will get from an experiment. Okay, good job. So, simpler terms, an educated guess. Good. So, describe in your own words the hypothesis of Emily Rose's experiment. Let's start with her. Emily Rose, what was her hypothesis? What do we have? Rooster, man, go ahead.
Her hypothesis was if the therapeutic if they couldn't like see the
Okay, yeah, good job. So her hypothesis was that if these therapeutic touch practitioners couldn't see the hand that she was hovering over top of, they couldn't answer it 50%, right? Okay, I think she said 50%. All right, yeah, good job. Good job. So that's the hypothesis for her experiment. Obviously, there's a little more information into that, but for the most part, that's it. What about clever Hans? So Funk's. What was Funk's hypothesis? What was his hypothesis? Katie, you remember?
If Hans can't see his if he can't see them, he will not be able to answer correctly.
Yeah, good job. Hold on one second. Hello? I don't. I don't. I thought he was with you, actually. Yeah, I can. Actually, he just walked in. All right, I'll just send him up now. All right, thank you. Yep, bye. Gotta go up there. Michelle. Oh, you didn't hear me the first time. You gotta go to Michelle. Yeah, you can just keep that. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, I don't know what you gotta go, but you gotta go up there. All right, thanks. All right, Funks. His experiment. What was his hypothesis? Katie, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Basically, it's just that like if Hans can't see his owner like make any movements or any put out any clues that he would be able to like make another people get them out.
Yeah, good job. So if you remove the horse trainer, or if Clever Hans can't see his horse trainer, then he can't answer the math equations right, right? Or he said if you make it randomized, or if you ask questions that the horse trainer doesn't know, then Clever Hans can't answer the questions right. All right, good job, good job. Is there any questions on that? So with a hypothesis, what is it always? What kind of statement is it? It's a blank blank then statement. What does that mean, Alex?
It's an if-then statement.
Yeah, good job. An if then statement, right? So if whatever, then this will happen, right? Okay, good job. So remember, it's always an if then statement, an educated guess, and we're going to keep using their experiments to relate it to the scientific method, the empirical approach, all right? Okay, I'll let you work on vocab. I know you have a lot of them, so I'll give you some time. How about a song's worth to work on vocab? And then we'll move on today talking about operational definition, independent and dependent variables, and then I'll get you working on a worksheet. Sound good? Yeah. Shouldn't be a bad class today, Rooster. What do you think? Heck yeah. I always like looking up independent, dependent variables. I do it for fun after I'm done playing Avengers. Whoa! Who's playing with the aux cord? It's on fire. What's so funny? Okay, so working on vocab right now. Did you see her? All right, good. So we just got done with the bell ringer, man. Yeah, I'm good. You can just toss her out. So I'll just leave it up for you, Dom. Okay, when you're finished with it, just work on vocab. Okay, I'll just play one song. You know how the drill is, right?
It's windy. Hey, Mr. Bowman,
Yeah.
can I go to the office so I can close my car?
Sorry, you're burnt.
Huh?
Sorry, you're burnt.
I'm gonna burn it.
No, I said you're burnt. You can't do it. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead. No, go shut up. That would be terrible.
Yeah.
You're gonna get in and it's gonna be flooding out.
The issue is she left it in a pumpkin and then like a week and it started to rot.
Pumpkin.
Yeah, so she put air in her car. She has like 4 air fresheners in it. It smells bad. So she had the windows down a little bit,
Wow.
which would suck.
Yeah. How's the vocab going? I want to see you act like a cheerleader or something over here. Is anybody gonna watch the debates tonight?
That was a fist fight.
Fist fight? What, at your house? Oh, okay. Maybe not watch it then. Dom, you get the bell ringer done. Okay. Katie, you like Queen, don't you? Everybody's saying that this is the new Queen.
No,
They sound good.
you're good, but you're
Oh, wow. Yeah, here we go.
that's never gonna
Nothing will never be as good as Queen. All right, that's it. Here we go. Notes. Note time. All right, cool. Cool. All right, so we just talked about falsifiability, right? That's where we left off, okay? And with our hypothesis, we get it, if it comes to be false, that we got to replicate our study, we have to go through it and, really alter our hypothesis then to fit our study and go through the scientific again and really, work on our experiment, include the variables that might help us find and prove our question, our hypothesis, our statement, right? Or if-then statement. All right. So all good hypotheses need an operational definition. So an operational definition is specific description of the concepts involving the conditions of the scientific study. So involving an independent variable, a dependent variable, okay, which we're going to talk about here soon. It needs a statement where we're going to have something that's going to be altered or changed by the experimenter, okay, someone that's running the study, in order to try to predict behavior and find a response that he can use for his study. So manipulate a variable, and then you need to measure it. You need a measured variable. Okay, how you're going to try to collect data. How we can use that data to try to base our study. And they're trying to eliminate bias. Okay, trying to eliminate bias. We have bias within our hypothesis or operational definition, then it's really not going to prove our study to be really approved or recognized. Right? I'm going to try to eliminate all biases. All right, so an operational definition, here are some examples of them. And then you guys can come up with some for your hypothesis that you came up with yesterday. We'll talk about that right after we're done with notes and before I sign the assignment. I want to hear some of your hypothesis and then how you can try to involve an independent, dependent variable in it. That'll be your assignment for tonight. All right, so operational definition. Okay, so you guys don't have to do this just yet. We'll just kind of go through them together. But at the bottom, I put a list here. So a RAT, okay, dependent variable, which we'll talk about here soon, is a measurable outcome, right? It's your measurable variable, right? Where you're getting your information from. All right, your independent variable, obviously, is something that you manipulate, you change, and the dependent variable is your measurement and how we'll record that data, that information. It's the operational definition of rat running a maze. It's the number of seconds it took to get through a maze. Right? So we're just describing it. We're detailing our information more to apply to our hypothesis. Okay. So with height, okay, so how tall you are. What would be your operational definition, Rooster, since you're a tall guy here? Okay, inches. Yeah, there you go. So feet, right? Maybe we're going to get a little bit more specific with inches. How tall you are. How tall are you? 6'2". You're 6'4". Geez, can you dunk it? No. Oh, you got to try it sometime. Yeah, good job. So an operational definition, you're just including some of the measurement, the outcomes of it, all right? So with height, obviously, you're just going to say the number of feet and then more particular inches of whoever you're measuring, okay? Good job. So dependent variable operational definition, that should be included within your study, within your hypothesis, okay? Age, obviously, we do it by years, okay? If you want to get particular months, okay? Things like that. Intelligence, you might take an IQ test, right? You see where your rating is, the rating of how smart you are, depending on your grades, your outcomes. All right, so a hypothesis for Rose's experiment and Hans. We already talked about this, guys. So if a therapeutic touch practitioner cannot see in which their hands I'm hovering over, they will not be able to identify the presence of my hand at any higher rate than 50%. Okay, remember she flips a coin, which we'll talk about with randomization. And Hans, if clever Hans cannot see his trainer, he will not be able to successfully do math or spell simple words. We know that, guys. We know that. All right. You guys good with that? Okay. Performing a controlled test. So you need to go under a rigorous test before it will be accepted in a legitimate theory. So with that, you need an independent variable. Okay, independent variable, make sure you guys remember, is the measurable or is the manipulated variable. Okay, what the experimenter is trying to control or change within the study in order to find measurable outcomes of dependent variable. So independent is a stimulus condition that the experimenter changes independently of all other carefully controlled conditions in the experiment. So the experimenter controls this independent variable. So with my hypothesis yesterday, okay, when I was talking about what Rooster's grade, right? Yeah, so if you study, so independent variable would be, what do you think? What do you think? What can we include within my hypothesis in order, this is a changeable or manipulated amount? Okay, what can I change in order to see his results on his next upcoming exam? What do you think? Alex? What do you think a good independent variable would be for Rooster and his studying in order to become a better student and score higher on his exam? What could you change within that?
Make more resources available to study with.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. So maybe I can just include more materials or resources. So if I provide more resources to Rooster here, his grade will bump up more, right? Okay, what else could I use? Lily, what do you think?
Like numbers of hours sleep.
Okay, yeah. So maybe it's hours of sleep. Good job. So rest. Maybe you just need more rest. Staying up playing Avengers.
That's what I said.
Did you really? Oh, so you're prepared today. Yeah. All right. What else could we use? What else do you think? An independent variable. Rebecca? Yeah, good job. So that was the one I was going to use. So number of hours or maybe time spent studying. Okay. That's an interchangeable amount. Obviously, if he studies for 2 hours, hey, he's going to do pretty darn good. All right. Let's say he studies for 5 minutes. And what the heck? Obviously that's an amount that we can change or manipulate in order to see our results, right? So you guys get that with independent variable? It's a manipulation, it's a change. So it's amount that we might change, okay? So I like the sleep, I like the time studying, that's good. And then the resources, I never heard that one. I like that one though, Alex. That's pretty good. Yeah. So with Emily Rose's experiment, what would be her independent variable? What does she change within her study to find the results, what she's looking for? TC? Okay, so deciding left or right hand, right? Yeah, good job. Okay, so within her study, independent variable would be, obviously she doesn't know which one she's going to hover over yet because of randomization, which we'll talk about here soon. But independent variable, the thing she changes through her study is hovering over the left or the right hand. Okay, so for each time she tests the subject, I think she does it 10 times for each practitioner, she's hovering over left or right hand. Good job. Good job. What about the independent variable for Funks' study with Clever Hans? What do you think? What do you think? Anybody want to go out on a limb here? Lily, what do you have? What do you think?
Whether you can see his owner or not.
Okay, all right. So maybe it's just including or putting their owner in front of them or away from them, whatever it might be. Okay. What else could it be? Independent variable for Clever Hans. What's always changing that Funks is Kinsley?
Different movements or facial
Okay. Okay.
like the command.
Yeah. So let's just say the practitioner, or let's just say the horse trainer's out of the picture. Let's just say we already moved him. What would be the independent variable for his study? What do you think? What's always changing that Funks is doing for Clever Hans? Yeah, good job. So asking questions. I was going to say asking, but you know what it is. So Funk's asking different equations, asking different math problems. Okay, that's what would be the independent variable because it's changing, right? He's asking many different equations, many different math problems in order to see what Clever Hans will come up with. All right, good. Good job. All right, so then random presentation. Okay, so this is self-explanatory, guys. You're trying to eliminate any type of patterns or biases or any ways that person can guess, all right, the right answer. Obviously, with Emily Rose, there's a 50-50 shot, right? Okay, I mean, there's a chance that they're going to get it, even if they had no idea which hand they're hovering over top of. But with randomization, what would be that variable for Emily Rose's experiment? How is she trying to randomize her study? Lily? Yeah, good job. The flipping of the coin. Good job. So if it's heads or tails, she doesn't know what's going to come up. Could be heads for 5 straight flips, or it could be tails for 5 straight flips. Who knows? Okay, so randomization, she's using a flipping of the coin. Good job. What about the randomization for Clever Hans? What is Funk's doing that's randomizing the study here. Very similar to what the independent variable would be. Alex? Yeah, the different questions, right? Good job. So the different questions. All right, so he's randomizing it. He's not making sure that it's not a clear pattern. So maybe he's just not going 1 + 1, 2. 1 + 2, 3. So he's making sure that there's not a distinctive or clear pattern that clever Hans can maybe catch on to in order to try to solve these equations. Like he's not cognitively processing it. He's just finding a pattern. Does that make sense, guys? Okay. All right, so like I said, randomization, same thing, okay? I don't need to really talk about that too much. Gathering objective data. Last one I want to go over here, guys, dependent variable. So the dependent variable, real easy. The measured amount, okay? The measured outcome of the independent variable, okay? So dependent, you're measuring it. Easy way to remember it is the independent variable is what you're manipulating. So manipulated variable. Dependent variable is the measured outcome, okay? The measurement. So dependent variable, the measured outcome of a study or the response of the subjects in the study. There you go. An easy way to remember it here. So independent variable, on the worksheet you'll see it IV, that's what it means, okay? It's the stimulus or cause, the manipulation, right? Manipulated variable. Dependent variable is a response or effect, okay? The measured outcome. So what will be the dependent variable for Emily Rose's experiment? What do we think? Rooster.
It's like
Okay, so the response then, right? So what they're going to say, it's either left or right hand. Okay, good job. So that's the response. Good. What about the dependent variable for Hans, clever Hans? What do we think? What do we think? Katie?
Like
What's that?
his answer.
Yeah, his answer, right? So how many times he claps his hoof, right? So his response to it is answering with clapping his hoof. Good job. Good job. All right, is there any questions on that, guys? We're going to talk about confounding variables more tomorrow, okay, and how that might alter your data, okay? So confounding variables, we'll talk about that more tomorrow. All right, any questions at all? All right, so for tomorrow, I know I didn't get over all the independent or all the hypotheses that you guys came up with, but make sure you put like an independent, dependent variable now for your hypothesis, okay? So try to include that within your hypothesis from yesterday that you're trying to create. You guys got it? All right. So with mine was Rooster, right? So if Rooster studies more, okay, so if Rooster spends more time studying, then his grade on his assessments will increase, right? So we know the independent variable is the time spent studying, and the dependent variable is the measurement, okay? So that's my hypothesis there, right? Okay, so his dependent variable would be his scores, his assessment grades. Right, that's what I'm looking for, guys. So make sure you try to get that done. I will post the assignment for you right now. Shouldn't take you too long to do, Katie. You should be able to get it done. So you don't have any homework? Like, oh, I don't have any homework. Okay, let me post this. What are you checking out my stuff in here? Or what? Snooping, huh? Boom, 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 boom.
I'm not running.
All right, where is it? Where is it? I know it's around here somewhere. There it is.
Yeah, well, As I was running to the parking lot, my shoe fell off.
10.
So now my one foot is soaked and I have all
Topic.
stained.
Topic.
I told Crystal and she freaked out. She's like, oh my God, you're bleeding. No, I don't think so. Because I can't do it.
Oh, dude, tomorrow start a class. That jerk. Can't believe he's doing that. All right. Oh. There we go. Yep, there we go. Awesome. So you're just finding the independent and dependent variable. That's it. That's it. Some are more challenging, so I'll let you know. But overall, it should be pretty easy. And that's it for today. Have that done for tomorrow.